Hey everybody, and welcome to our first wedding vlog. I've kind of got it professionally set up this time just because I have a tripod already there, and I was like, you know what, I'll just film it the way I normally do this time. But all the vlogs might be a little different, so it's not always going to be set up like this. As you can tell, my area is kind of a mess right now. That's because I have a ton of stuff to show you guys for this first vlog. And we're actually going to cover the first basics of what do you do after you get engaged. So that's where we'll start. So me and Zach knew that we were going to get married within a year of us getting engaged. We kind of knew that we wanted to speed up the process for the reason that we have a really long distance relationship right now, and it's really hard and expensive to keep it going long distance. So the faster we get married, the faster we get together, the faster we live together. Now, a few people have asked, are we going to live in Canada or Arizona? We are going to live in Arizona. As of right now, we might hop through at the States. We don't know. Nothing's finalized. But we are going to start in Arizona, and I'm super excited. So that will be a thing. Some other people asked some things about customs and filing forms and stuff for that. To get my citizenship, and I'll talk about that in another video because I don't want this to drag on and on. Like, this video could go on forever if I went on with everything right now. So we're just going to start with some of the basics. So we knew that in a year or so we were going to get married. So we hadn't finalized a date, and we still don't have a final date yet, so that's okay. And from then on in, you kind of pick out some other things that you want to do. So you first things first after you get engaged is to figure out how long you want to get engaged for. Some people can go for a year, some people can go more time, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. Some people want it shorter. So it all is up to you, whatever you guys want to do, whatever you guys decide as a couple, because it's very important. And pick a date that has meaning for you. Maybe when you guys first started going out, maybe it's a birthday or something. Just to let you know, though, when you're picking the date for your wedding, to be very, very careful. I've heard of horror stories, and my friend is living through one right now. She's actually going through a situation where her wedding is the day before her mother-in-law's anniversary, and so it's been a catastrophe. You want to be very careful when you're doing it around other people's birthdays or a holiday or any other significant date to other people that are close to you, because it can end disastrous. Now, we have picked roughly around April 27th, so we're looking 25th, 26th, 27th, around there. The problem is my friend Rachel, her birthday is on April 26th, so I went out of my way already, and I've asked her, if by any chance our wedding does fall on the 26th, is it going to be of any concern to you? So that is a big issue. Dates are really sentimental to people, so you just got to be careful what date you choose. And if there is any inconveniences in the way, whether it's a birthday or someone else's anniversary, make sure you make light of the situation and let them know. Let them know that that's what you're planning. If it's going to be a problem, let us know now so we have time to change the date. Because once you get further into this, you won't be able to change your date. You're stuck with that date. Unless you're a miracle worker and can somehow get the reception site and ceremony site to change. So it can be quite the process. So setting the date and figuring out how long you want your engagement is super important, and probably one of the first few steps you're going to take. So after that, most of it's research, finding inspiration, deciding what your budget's going to be. So you have to set up your budget, how much you're going to spend. I'm not going to tell you guys our budget because that's not appropriate. But you need to figure out how much you can afford to spend and how much you're willing to spend on the day. Now, yes, it's a one-time thing, one-time deal. Hopefully a one-time deal. I know divorce rates are high, but you want to hope that this is your one and only wedding. And so you want to spend a fair amount of money, but you don't want to go overboard. By overboard, I mean $50,000. Yeah, this isn't a down payment for a house. This isn't buying a house. or putting it down on a yacht or something. This is your wedding day. So you have to remember, yes, it's only one day, But you also have to remember how important this day is, because this is going to be a day that will change your life. It's a big step in your whole life life timeline, I should say. So what I did when we first got engaged and we were figuring some things out, is I picked up a book, and this is The Ultimate Wedding Planning Guide is mine. You can kind of go to chapters and pick up any book you want there. They have like a bunch of them. And in mine, it has a whole bunch of little tabs, and it has like ceremony, attire, photography, videography, etc. And you go through each of the sections, and so photography, for example, it gives you kind of a little bit of what you should expect, what you should do, what you pictures you need to take like pictures of and stuff like that. It gives you price ranges. So you go through and it tells you, oh, like beware, make sure make sure your photographer you interview is a specific person that will be photographing your wedding. Can't speak today apparently. Of course, I have to do a vlog and I can't speak. So it gives you kind of some tips and tricks and how to save money and how much it's going to cost you. So I thought this was a really helpful book. And also in here, in some of the sections, I know photography does have one. Here we go. You get like a comparison chart. So it gives you 1, 2, 3 possibilities, and you write them down. And these are the questions you should be asking them. So when you interview a photographer, you ask them, oh, like, what's the address? Like, what do you, how do you typically dress for weddings? Because you don't want them coming in like schlubbish. So that sort of thing. So this book is awesome so far. I've got this and I've just started working it out and putting things into it. I also have this, and of course none of my paperwork is in here because I just picked this up today. So I'm a mess, right? So in here you put in, it's little like folders. So you put in any like papers or anything, and it's got little tabs you can write stuff in. And this is going to be perfect for when you take things out of your sourcing, which will be your magazines. So when you take like pictures or anything that inspires you out of here, you can put it into your folder and you have a collection, so you can look back to it and reference it. So it's almost like studying for like college or something like that when you have your references and all that stuff. So I have my wedding magazines. I also have stuff online I can print out. It kind of gives you a bunch of sources, and it's so important when you're planning your wedding to have visual aid sources for you, so you like can picture things and have like an idea in your head that you can show people and explain to people. And it's perfect to bring to your meetings, like with your photographer or anyone else that you'll have later down the line, because then you can be like, see, oh look, see, I want something like this. Especially for when you go wedding dress shopping, which I've done, but I won't talk about it on this vlog. And it gives you kind of like, you can pick out your dresses in here, and then you go in and you can show them, be like, I want to dress like this. So they're very helpful. So definitely when you first get engaged, or a little down the line, whenever you decide to start planning your wedding, to pick up a bunch of magazines. So what do I recommend? Martha Stewart, of course. I know Martha Stewart does a bunch of really great wedding ideas. She has like do-it-yourself ideas, really neat like arts and craftsy stuff, like just really cool stuff. And it's more or less invitations and scenery, like inspiration and stuff like that. I really didn't like, she has wedding dresses in here, but I didn't think that hers was really like wedding dress oriented. So, I mean, it's a good issue, and sorry, good magazine if you want something for like inspiration for your whole concept for your wedding. I also got Today's Bride. I don't know if this is just Canadian though. I think it is. So if you're Canadian, here's one for you. It's Today's Bride. Really awesome, because this is actually where I found my wedding dresses in, like all the ones that I wanted and stuff. I was like, oh, they're all in here. And so as you can tell, I folded in the pages. I didn't rip mine out because I didn't have my folder yet, but I folded in the pages of ones that I like inspired me, and I was like, oh, I really like that one. So this one is very wedding dress oriented, unlike the last one. And you can see every page is a wedding dress. Wedding dress, wedding dress, wedding dress, wedding dress. And that's because it is a huge part of the wedding for some people. So definitely make sure, if you're looking for wedding dresses and you're Canadian, this is Today's Bride is awesome for that. What else? Oh, last but not least, I do have a few more that were like cute and whatever else, but this magazine tops them all, and I definitely suggest going to the website. It's called The Knot. So you can go to the web address at theknot.com, and they have so many different ideas, and they help you out with everything online. Just everything. I don't even know where to start. So of course they specialize in like everything. You don't even need to get any other magazine if you really only want to get one. Definitely go get The Knot, or if you don't want to buy magazines anymore because that's an old trend, theknot.com. So let's take a look at theknot.com quickly, because I'm going to show you really cool things on there, and then we'll get back to all this. Alright everybody, so this is theknot.com. It is a fantastic site. As you can see here, it says Kat's to-do list. I have 353 days till my wedding. So let's go through a few things on here. Of course, you can do, how I started, of course, was do start planning. And it gives you can find certain things, whether you want to find wedding venues, or you want to find planners, videographers, everything. It kind of gives you a little bit of everything on here, so it's super awesome for that. So of course I started with my wedding venues. I chose Phoenix, Arizona, and I went, and of course my internet's going to be really slow, so you have to work with me here. So as you can see, it gives you it gives you the featured places, obviously. And you can also choose by price range, amenities, capacity, maximum number of events that are held at one time, and the styles, etc. and so forth. And so it gives you a bunch of options. If you already know what style you want your wedding, maybe you want your venue to look the same way, that's kind of how you can pick things out if you're more specific. If you're not, you can kind of click on all of them. So we'll go to the Stonebridge Manor and check that out first. And so it gives you the name of the place, it gives you the web address, phone number, and then it gives you all the things that everybody obviously asks questions for. So price range, it's only $2 signs out of 4 or 5, I don't remember what it's out of. It gives you available parking, valet parking, is there outdoor space, what type of styles there are, maximum number of events, capacities, and it gives you kind of all this information that everybody needs to know. And then you can go to the website and click on it and check it out. You can look at the testimonials, like what other people say on it from The Knot. It's awesome, and again, it kind of gives you a nice background. If you've ever gone to tripadvisor.com for like traveling, it's pretty much the same like that in a way, because it gives you advice from other people and all that other awesome stuff. So I love it. So also it gives you your tools. So we'll go back to the home page. And up at the top bar, it has your knot, so you can go to anything that you favorited, your checklist, your budgeter, your guest list, and all that stuff. And it also helps you if you don't want to have an actual book planner like I have. It gives you can go to the tools and have your own planner on here. So you can have an online planner, which is so cool. It gives you all the planning tools that you need. So it gives you a planning checklist, a wedding budgeter, guest list manager, what else here? Save the dates, a wedding website, which we have started, which is so cool. It gives you like a free website for all your guests to visit now, because that's like the in thing to do now, is to put everything on a website, which is awesome. I love it. I love the idea. Registry Central, which helps you with your wedding registries. I really can't speak today. I apologize, guys. Inspirational boards, boards you can pull together to kind of find your colors, what inspires you, what colors you want to choose if you don't know, maybe certain pictures of your favorite cat or your favorite house will bring out color concepts for you to choose from, and all that other stuff. So it's a great overall source, and you can also get the apps on your phone. I have the Knot app on my phone, but it's just for wedding dresses, I believe. It's like the Knot lookbook, and it kind of gives you like inspiring looks and stuff like that. So that's also cool. Another good app that I have is Wedding Planner. It's an Android, and so that's an awesome app to have. It's kind of like if you don't want a book planner, it's only for Androids, I think. I think the iPhone has one, but the Android one, the Wedding Plan, it's a Wedding Plandroid is what it's called. So look up Wedding Plandroid. It's goofy. and it gives you like a list of tasks you have to do, vendors, guest list, gives you like your budget and days to your wedding. So that's really cool as well. And this is really your essential. The first few months are all about getting planned, getting organized, figuring out what you want to do, and then from then on in, you start getting all your stuff collectively together. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of The Knot. They also have sister sites, like The Nest and all that. The Nest, Blush, The Bump, and those are just for like maternity and like your home, other things like that. So if you want to check out those as well, if you're further in life than just a wedding, then you can check out those. But it's just, overall, this is an amazing site. I thought it was really cool. Wedding rings, wedding hairstyles, accessories, anything you need for your wedding, The Knot has it. So if you want to save some trees and you want to go and go online, this is, I think, the best site by far. I refer to this site all the time. So yeah, I guess that's it for The Knot. If you guys have any more questions on how to work the website, let me know and we'll go through it. So now that we've kind of discussed your organizers, how you're going to keep all your information together because things get chaotic, and we've discussed some sources, whether it's online or it is a magazine, let's move on to what should be done in the first 12 months. You can find, if you really want a list, you can kind of just Google list of wedding list to-dos or whatever you want to look up. But again, on theknot.com, they give you like your own personal checklist of things you have to remember to do. And it's pretty much getting organized for the wedding is the first essential thing you really should be working on. So getting your planning and getting your organized done, getting your budget, which is super essential as well, and kind of going from there, like going with the flow from there, and picking out your color scheme and making sure you tell all your friends and family that you're engaged, for starters, if you haven't already told them, and start working on your bridal party. Who do you want in your party? Who's going to be in it? Who's not in it? And how you deal with all that stuff. I'm going to cover that in the next vlog. The next vlog is probably going to be huge because it's going to cover wedding dresses and bridal party. And that's a huge topic because there's so many controversies with all of that. So that might end up being split into two. I might have to do like Friday and Saturday, a double vlog, because it is such a big topic. Other than that, let me update you guys on ours. So far we've done a lot of the basic plannings. We know our budget. We know, I will let you know, I have gotten the dress in mind. I won't be ordering it until Friday. So by the time this vlog comes out, I will be on my way to go order it. And yeah, we've kind of started working on all the family and friends know we have our bridal party. And so that's as far as we've gotten. Next time I see him, we're going to be working on our ceremony and reception. And what else? Oh, we're doing our engagement photos, which are essential, but you don't need to rush into those either. So yeah. Oh, and we have our wedding colors. I don't know if I mentioned that. And I'm working on a bunch of small things, but I'm going to show you guys something really quick. And this video won't come out till a little later, so you won't get a whole big video on it right now. But Zach has already mentioned them, getting me to show you guys our cake toppers. So I was inspired by our Minecraft characters. So here is our Minecraft characters that I've done in dry foam clay. Actually, what is it called? It is called Model Magic by Crayola. So it works like clay and then dries like foam. So as you can see here, they're actually really light. You can like toss them around. So this is what I've started with. This isn't the final product though. These are just the starters to see how things worked and everything else. So aren't they cute? I'll give you guys a close-up of them at the end. I'll do like a picture for you. And yeah, so this is just a starter. I do have a video coming out on the actual ones, so you'll kind of see how I made them, and that's all going to come out later. But I haven't gotten that far, as in I haven't edited it. I have it all done, but the video is super long, and I have to edit it all, so that's coming. What else do we have coming? I don't know, a bunch of other ideas for you guys. So I guess that's my first update, my first vlog, wedding vlog update. As for legal work, because I am a Canadian citizen and he is an American citizen, we have to file a little bit more of extensive paperwork than a regular couple. And so I have filled out my K1 forms, and if you don't know what K1 forms are, that's fine. I'm going to cover that in a video for you guys as well. And we are going to file them soon. So that's all in the process. Hopefully everything works out and nothing goes wrong and no one gets deported or anything else. But we will see everything as it unfolds. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about anything that I've talked about, whether it's resources or planning guides or any of that, let me know. Leave me any questions you guys want about that. Any questions about wedding dresses or bridal parties or any of that stuff, definitely leave that, because I'm going to put that in the next video, which is going to be next Friday. And I'm going to link you guys a bunch of really cool things below. So check it below. I'm going to link the knot so you guys can check that out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been so long. So thanks for watching. Bye. Never really had luck, couldn't never figure out how to love. How to love. You had a lot of moments that didn't last forever. Now you're in a corner trying to put it together. How to love.